Welcome back to my channel. How are you doing today? It's Ursula E. and these my philosophies in the mind of INFJ. And today we're going to focus on a topic that I am not very delighted to cover because I really don't think I'm good enough, basically, to cover the topic. So, what I'm gonna do is just say the things that God has been putting in my mind to say. Some of the things are kind of different than what I felt, before He put it in my mind. I remember not feeling this way. My own perspective wasn't the same way God's was, but I'm gonna try to leave my own out and just give you what God want me to say. So we're gonna talk about shame. Yeah, we're gonna talk about shame. But before we do, wake up. Have you awakened yet? No? And let me say it a few more times. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Silly girl. Wake up. Okay. So, the subject of shame. But believe it or not, pretty much all of us have shame. We have something to be ashamed for. And shame is basically, in my perspective, I'm not going off of Webster or anything, but what it seems to me is that shame feels that it's a feeling of unworthiness to God and unworthiness to yourself. And that's only because there has been things put in place for you to judge yourself upon, In the Bible, there are some rules that was told that we should follow, All through the Bible, they have rules in the Bible. There's the Ten Commandments, and then there's the Sodom and Gomorrah stuff. And stuff like that and more, stuff like that will make you judge yourself against people who feel that they are saints, even though saints have stuff that they ashamed of. Because once you put yourself on that high standard, it's little things can make you feel ashamed. Nobody's perfect, okay? Nobody. But I want to talk about a certain type of shame. The shame when you're going against the norm. The shame when you're going against what you feel that's in the Bible and the way life's supposed to be. The same shame of homosexuality. And I did not think that I would have to talk about that. In fact, a part of me says, you don't have to. I could just stop. But I know I would continue to get the signs that says I have to talk about. You want to know what the signs are? Yes, I was going about my day feeling all high on love and on God's love. And all of a sudden I started to get pictures in my head of homosexuality stuff. And it's throwing pictures in my head. And I'm like, why am I getting this? You want me to be a homosexual? But, that quickly moved out of my mind because the picture wasn't of women. picture was of men, God's people. Not saying women, not God's people, but the people that's in the picture are God's people. People of color. They were of color, and they was kind of youngish, 18 to 20 something years old, somewhat around in there, and they was in compromising positions, and I didn't understand, and they was without clothes, and I didn't understand why I was getting these pictures, but soon as realized that I realized that I was supposed to do a topic on this. I didn't want to. And not only did I get the pictures, he showed me something. He showed me urges. Yes, it was deep urges for me. And the reason I feel as though he showed it to me is because he want me to feel the way y'all feel. Or not y'all. They feel homosexuals. And the deep urges to do something that is against what you want to do, it is very hard to deal with. And I was having a hard time with it. I remember at one time I was trying to work because I still hold my day job. So I was working, and it was the urges and the pictures, and I sat there like, please stop it. I was like started to cry like, please stop it, take it away, because I don't know what to do, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do what my body telling me to do. Like it for me, he answered the call. But I also know that he also gave me those urges. He wanted me to feel what homosexuals actually feel. And I'll tell you the truth, I will indulge. I know I would. If the urges that he did give me made me indulge, because it was something that I didn't do since he came into my life. I stopped doing it, and he just took the feelings away, and then he just gave it back to me, and see whether or not, even now I see that I could not have the feelings, and now I got the feelings. Will I actually still do it, knowing that I'm not supposed to have the feelings, and I couldn't stop myself from actually doing it? I couldn't. I had to beg. I begged for him to take it away. I begged, and he did. So this just shows me exactly, what people are going through. And I'm here to say that you don't have to live with that shame, because you're not the one who giving you the urges. Those urges are being put in your head, just like it got put in my head. That's the way those urges are. And he don't want you to feel ashamed of it. In fact, he still wants you to come to him. He could take away the shame. He can take away the urges if you want to. If you feel ashamed from the urges, then the urges will go away. But if you're not feeling shame and you still want it, then you'll still have it. But he still wants you to come to him, because he loves you just as well. He loves everybody else, because you are not in charge of the things that be put in your head. Is placed in your head. Trust me, if you were in charge of the things that goes in your head, then I'm quite sure you would have made yourself a millionaire. You will always have the money. You will have the glamour in the fame, because that's what we all kind of want. We want the money. We want the fame. We want all of that, and we want to still feel as though we are good people, and God loves us. We want all of that, and if we was in control of what goes in that head, everybody would be putting that in their head. So there's no reason for you to feel ashamed. But he can stop that shame. And if you're able to stop that shame, then I think you should. If you're able to stop your urges, I think you should. But he could do that. All you got to do is ask. Go deep inside yourself and ask. Now, I feel that the reason why he wanted me to do this is not necessarily just to bring everybody into his light, because still some people ain't gonna go there anyway. But still, what he wants to put out there is that it's the shame that you feel is why you are doing all this fighting. For some reason, you feel that if everybody has the shame, then nobody has the shame. Do you really think you could give everybody that shame? And if you did, do you think that you would have more shame because you forced everybody into the shame? Just think about it. What are you guys still fighting for? You want everybody to have this shame, especially God's people. Especially God's people. But he said you don't have to have that shame. And you don't have to coerce other people to get that shame thinking that it's just going to disappear from you. Like if everybody have it, then it's just going to disappear. We need everybody to feel the way we feel because we feel shame. We need everybody to feel shame and then nobody will feel it. Good concept. I see it. It's almost like when that man said on The Incredibles, everybody should be superheroes. And if everybody is superheroes, then nobody is superheroes. That doesn't work. No matter what kind of stuff you put out there, everybody is not going to get that shame. Everybody's it's not going to take it. You can kind of even force it. And then some of them still don't get it because they do not still want to indulge. You can't keep that in their heads. Somebody could take it out their heads. It's just shame. And you could get rid of it if you don't want it. And if you want it, then I don't see why you want to push it on the world. Because you're fine. If you ain't got no shame, you should be fine. You should be fine. You don't have to ask for this and that there just to prove that you're here. We all see that you're here. You've been here for a very long time. It's just that you're trying to get rid of the shame. And you can get rid of that shame. You won't struggle with it anymore. You don't have to go dip your head. You don't have to go attend church every Sunday, every day. You don't have to do anything. The only thing you have to do is get a connection with him, a relationship with him. It's not always in the church. It's inside of you. Every single thing that we're looking for is inside of us because everything we see is coming from inside of us. So it's inside. That love, inside. Fulfillment, inside. Connection, inside. All of that is inside of you. You just got to go deep inside. And I know there are probably some monsters in there anyway, but you can overcome those monsters too. You have it. You have the strength. You can do it. Don't be scared. That's what I got for today. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, share. Okay, yeah. I did it. Have a great day. This thing don't never work. So proud of you.